Hello everyone, this is Steve with the Free Bullion Investment Guide. Today is September 28th and I'm doing a review and outlook price analysis video for the US dollar. This is the US dollar's daily chart, and to quickly go over my last video, which was about 2 weeks ago, I've been showing you this rising wedge pattern, which clearly has not been confirmed or denied yet for that matter. The dollar continues to trade inside of it. Last week there was really no other patterns to show or to talk about anything really that was happening as far as the US dollar's movement goes. Everything was still looking up for the dollar, and that's really the reason why I didn't post anything last week. There's been a lot of positive news for the dollar that's been coming out. And what the last time I talked to you, it was before the Fed cut rates, and I expected them to cut rates in my last video, and I also expected them to come out with a little bit more hawkish stance instead of accommodative stance, which they did do. This movement here was the last time I talked to you, and since the dollar's just mostly been moving sideways with an upward slant, and then here just recently it really moved higher. And we've been hearing good things out of the trade war. We've been hitting a first stage with the Japan trade deal. I didn't even know we were having issues with. I mean, we were in negotiations with Japan, but apparently we were. And also, Trump stated that we might see a deal out of China sooner than we think, and he said that about a week ago. But who knows? We may be. Actually, was that a week ago? It was on the 25th. No, it was just earlier. It was just 3 days ago, which is likely the reason why we saw the jump in the U.S. dollar over the last 3 days, because that's what the market wants to see, is a trade deal happen. However, I think maybe China might be looking at Trump's latest political issues and may see him as being weak. I doubt. I mean, I don't think he is weak, but they may see him as that way, and they may delay any trade deal right now just to see how it affects him in the polls and so on, or to see what comes out of all of this impeachment talk. So we'll really have to pay attention to that, and that may weigh on the Chinese as far as making a decision right now. I think it's better for them to make a decision sooner rather than later, but we'll see how they play it. Also, we've had the ECB come out and state that they're going to start a new round of QE. That has also helped the dollar, and we're just really seeing it move up over the last 2 weeks. As far as what I am seeing for the future in the dollar, I really want to move to the 4-hour chart. I believe I did see a pattern. Yes, right there it is. For the outlook for the US dollar, I'm showing another rising wedge, but basically I'm going to leave it as blue right now just so you can see it a little bit easier. But out of all these red and green lines, these horizontal lines clearly are support levels and resistance levels. 99 was a resistance level. Now a new resistance level will be about 99.40, which I will put up there shortly for the next video. But right now we have a new rising wedge in the US dollar. It's likely to be confirmed early next week, simply because of what the MACD and RSI are both showing, that the US dollar is in overbought territory. 98.50 will likely be a support level, simply because we'll really have to see what happens out of this trade war stuff. All the political stuff with the impeachment talk, I think, is we're really not going to see anything out of that too much unless some kind of bombshell comes out, either one way or the other. But I really don't think it's moving the dollar a whole lot as far as the impeachment. Now, if an impeachment vote happens in the House, but that's not going to happen anytime soon. But if there was one, and if they had enough votes to impeach, then likely that will cause the dollar to fall. But again, that's not going to happen anytime soon. There was one other thing that I thought I wanted to. Oh, there is. We do have non-farm payroll report coming out on the 4th, and it looks like they're expecting 130. Well, that's the previous forecasts aren't out, but they're probably 150, 170 expecting. So we'll have to see how that comes out. That's likely going to weigh on the dollar. If it comes out better than expected, we may not see a rate cut at the next meeting. But if it comes out less than expected, we could see another rate cut, which will bring the dollar down, and it may confirm this larger rising wedge. So that's it for this week's review and outlook. The outlook for the dollar is for it to definitely confirm this rising wedge in the near future, sometime early next week. And then as far as the larger one, it could easily trade inside of the pattern over the week or 2 weeks to come. It's clearly got some room to move, so we'll really have to see what happens. But I thank you for your time. Take care, and God bless.